Yeah, those guys, are we well? Yeah, is everyone having a good life? Okay, good, great. Thanks for having me, guys. Good to be here. Is everyone feeling sexy? Cool, we've had some sexy material this evening. I hope that's all right. Who here is in a relationship? Give us a shout. Oh, lovely. Are you on the front row? Are you guys in a relationship together?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. How long have you guys been together?
3 years.
3 years? Where did you guys meet?
In a toilet.
All right. Huh?
Unisex.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah. Good. yeah. What kind of place? A nightclub.
University.
At university. Oh. Well, okay. What were you both studying?
Business and psychology.
You were doing the same subject? The
No,
same
no,
toilets?
psychology.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Banter, nice. Cool. I've got a girlfriend, and can I just say, actually, this is going in my head. So, like, literally, last week I've just got back from the Edinburgh Festival, and on the last day I did my show, true story. Immediately after the show, 2 people from the audience tried to have sex in the toilets of the theatre where I was performing. Yeah, which I consider the best review my comedy has ever received. In my head, they were like, that was so good, we have to make more people who will also enjoy the comedy of Jack Barry. And apparently, like, the staff of the theatre, they said that they saw them both go in the same toilet cubicle, and then when they knocked on the door to interrupt them, when she answered, she definitely had something in her mouth. So I was like, why is she the one answering? She was like, oh, I'll get it. Oh, good, because I am swamped right now. Got a lot on my plate, so that was where my mind went as soon as you said that. But no, okay, good. It was much more PG than that. I've got a girlfriend, and we've been together for a few years. We met. It was a bit more of a classic way than that. We met when she was going out with my best friend. So it's all fine. Like, we're all pals now. Like, Dave's part of the family, and it was even more of a classic story because my friend's an English teacher, and they met because she was one of his students. Yeah. I mean, he teaches adults, I like to clarify. She's not a child. Yet. I don't know what that means. Yet? Oh, what does he mean by that? She's going out with Benjamin Button? Oh, maybe. And he started sleeping with one of his students, and we were like, you're a very bad English teacher, Dave. And then I was like, actually, she's quite cool and fit. And so when they broke up, guess who was there, waiting at the school gates? Ready to collect her in my people carrier. I was like, Daddy's home. And she's an adult. Yet. Whoa. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm feeling crazy. I've had a beer. I remember my first beer. It was just now. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we've been together for a few years, but I'm I'm trying to get better at sex. Because it's important to be equal in a relationship, like Mickey was saying earlier. And I'm prone to making some quite stupid mistakes in the bedroom. I'll give you an example. A few nights ago, I'm going to get blue here. That's okay. A few nights ago, me and my girlfriend were getting down to some of the sexy time. Yeah, sorry to be so graphic. I'm sorry. And halfway through, I got a bit too into it, and I did a bad thing. I yelled out the wrong name. The thing is, I yelled out my name, which I thought might be better, but apparently is no better. She was like, what did you say? And I was like, I'm starting with me, and I'm working around the room. I was like, I'll get to you in a minute. Patience, please. And so, yeah, I'm trying to improve. Because I feel like we didn't really learn anything. I feel like we didn't really learn anything about sex at school, right? We all did sex education at school. But no, we never learned anything useful, did we? Like, right? It was all, like, very functional. Like, female orgasms were not mentioned once in the whole of the time I was at school. Like, for years, I just assumed that when I was having sex with a girl, she would be having a great time. Yeah, it was only recently that I was like, they were not having a good time. During the 30 seconds of lovemaking that I was bestowing upon them. And it's because it's not, we don't, all you get taught is like, it's like, oh, for men, all you have to do is go back and forth long enough and something fun will happen. But, like, all they taught us about female orgasms at my school was that they're really difficult so it's probably best not to bother. He's like, don't worry your little heads about it, it's fine. It's like, may go back and forth, but women have to be in the right mood and they have to be relaxed, and there's lots of different erogenous zones. It's like a sexy Rubik's Cube that you gotta crack. And it's basically like when they were writing the sex syllabus at school, they were like, oh, fuck it. They were like, if women are gonna be so fussy about it, maybe they don't deserve to have a good time during sex. Just teach them about periods and tell them to fuck off. Right? And I feel like that's the difference between what men get taught at school and what women get taught at school in sex education. Like, women, it's basically like, all they teach is like, girls, there's going to be a lot of blood and danger. It's basically going to be like the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. Everyone's going to be running around screaming, like, your friend's going to walk past with their own severed arm in their hand. And then after that, you're probably going to get pregnant and no one's going to love you and bye. And then sex education for boys is like, you guys are going to have such a good time. Like, get yourselves a beer and get out there! Yeah! And I think I think it leads to a lot of people being selfish. It's like what Mickey was saying. I think, a lot of men don't think it's their responsibility to worry about their partner's orgasms. And of course it is. And I feel like this was really summed up by an article that I saw a few months ago. I don't know if you guys saw. It went viral. It was a man had written into an agony aunt at a newspaper. You guys remember this? Yeah, and he'd written to this agony aunt, and the question he asked was, after we have sex, my girlfriend always goes and masturbates. Why? And then he was like, is she insatiable or something? Yeah. I'm glad you guys are laughing at that, because I did this joke in Maidenhead a couple of nights ago, and they were like, yeah, that's a good question. I hope he's going to give us an answer. It's been plaguing me for months. And so, like, loads of people shared this around the internet, and they were like, no, your girlfriend is fine. She's not finished. And loads of men, like, rushed to defend this guy, and they were like, that's not fair, because actually not all women can orgasm from sex. And it's like, well, of course women orgasm from sex. Like, an orgasm is a climax of sexual activity. Like, she's not finishing herself off by doing some knitting afterwards. They're like, thanks for the intercourse, now for the pièce de résistance! Oh, cross-stitch! Like, she's just going and touching herself with her hands, and her boyfriend can do that too, because men have hands also. Like, some bits are different, but the hands are the same. It's not like women have some kind of special vibrating hand. She's not like a Terminator with a rampant rabbit for an arm. And he's just there like, if only I had the tools. It's like, it is a bit like a puzzle, I think, a female orgasm, but you can't just try one thing and then give up on it. You gotta, I was thinking, I think a female orgasm, it's a bit like going on the Crystal Maze. Yeah? And basically that guy, he's got in the room and he's like, right, I'm in. The door's locked. Well, I'm out of ideas. There's a lot of contraptions over here, but I don't think any of that's for me. I'm not going to fuck with any of that. And all his teammates are yelling through the little hole like, why didn't you go down on her? He's like, I guess I'm never getting out of here. This room is insatiable. I'm going to get me a beer, I guess. You win again, Aztec Zone. And I think a lot of men... that's Aztec Zone. I think a lot of men kind of shirk their responsibilities. Another guy who was in the news recently was DJ Khaled. Did you guys see that? Yeah, you know what I mean? He was in the news recently. If you don't know DJ Khaled, by the way, he's a hip-hop producer who's very famous for going, DJ Khaled! He goes, DJ Khaled, we the best music! That's what he's saying, which I love. I think it's a really good way of letting people know that you're making good music. I started stealing it for comedy. I go, we the best comedy! So one of my jokes dies in its arse, people go, oh yeah, I'm having a good time. And he said, do you see this? In an interview, he said that he refuses to perform oral sex on his wife. But he expects his wife to do it to him because, and I quote, it's the duty of a wife to praise her man like a king. That's what he said, yeah. We the worst husband! Yeah, that's the thing. My thing with DJ. And also I just think that's such a weird way of phrasing it, like praise him like a king. Because I don't think that's how you're supposed to praise a king. You meet a king and I'm supposed to be like, oh, my liege. That's not how you show due deference to the royal families, by sucking them off. That's all the royals understand is fellatio. When you meet them, you have to kneel down. And the Queen's just there like, oh yeah. That's why she knights you with that big sharp dick. I always love figuring out who the royalists are in the room with that bit. How dare you make me think about the Queen getting sucked off? That's what he said. And I think like loads of men. I realise like loads of men don't really like performing oral sex, which I think is weird. I've been doing some research recently, and I'm a big fan. Have we got any fans of oral sex in? Yeah, good. Yeah, me too. I love it. I love giving it. I love receiving it. I don't mind. I'm just happy to be involved. It's just good to be on the team, you know. It's good to get a run out once in a while. It's in game time, and even if I can't even get my words out. No, even if I only come on as a substitute at half time. I love when people say that. What do you think I mean by that? I don't know what I'm talking about. Yet. Oh, I love it. Like, actually, this is. Do I do this? I don't know if this is funny, but this happened to me a few nights ago, and it was like a couple of weeks ago. So I got berated by like a football fan in a pub for being a boyfriend, I think. And well, it was during the World Cup. We watched the World Cup? Okay, cool. And basically, my girlfriend's from Argentina, and we were watching Argentina play in the pub. And to show support for my girlfriend's team, I was wearing an Argentina football shirt, which I thought was quite a small gesture to show support for my girlfriend's team. And this guy came up to me in the pub, and he did not see it that way. And he was really angry. He was like, "Why are you wearing an Argentina shirt if you're not from Argentina?" And I was like, "Oh, because my girlfriend is." And he was like, "Well, who are you going to support if England play Argentina?" And I was like, "Well, England, obviously." But they're not. They're playing Nigeria right now. So I think it's fine. And then he went like this. He got his thumb and he put it on the bar and he went, "Oh." And he went, "You see that, mate? You're under there." A grown man said that to me in a pub for wearing a football shirt. "What are you doing under there, mate? You're trapped underneath the thumb." He was like, "You're not a real man." And I was like, "What, for wearing a shirt?" And he was like, "Yeah, your girlfriend shouldn't be satisfied by anything you do." Genuinely, I was like, "What? So if my girlfriend's the least bit satisfied by my behaviour, I may as well cut my dick off and throw it in the ocean." Like, if I was a real man, I'd be wearing a Nigeria t-shirt right now. I'd tell my girlfriend to fuck off and make me a sandwich. And I was like, "What, don't you do anything for your girlfriend?" And he went, "I don't have a girlfriend." And I was like, "Oh, what a mystery." I can't put the pieces of this puzzle together. And genuinely, I think this guy was mad, because then he said I was a traitor to my country. He went on, he was like, "You're a traitor to your country, mate. What about the Falkland Islands?" Yeah, and I was being a little shit. I was like, "Oh, I wasn't there. What happened?" And then he was like, "It's a war between England and Argentina. Don't you care about England?" And I was like, "Why should I care more about England than Argentina in that context? Like, the girl I love most in the world is from Argentina. You're from England. I fucking hate you." You've been nothing but a prick to me since the moment I met you. So, yeah. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I don't think that guy eats pussy. Sort of roundabout way. Anyway, I haven't got much time, but I'm just going to say this because, like, I love oral sex, like I said, and because I realised recently it's a great way of getting rid of tension in a relationship, thanks to this new technique that I'm pioneering. So, welcome to my seminar. I just want to see what you guys think of it. So, I'll say it quickly. So, you know how some people say that a good technique for giving oral sex to a woman is you spell out the alphabet with your tongue into her vagine. Okay, have you heard this before? Yeah. It's quite an old school sex. I do a lot of gigs in student unions, and whenever I say this, there's always one guy furiously writing notes. It's supposed to be very stimulating. But anyway, like I say, I don't like sometimes like tension builds up in a relationship, you know, and sometimes you have little niggles in your head and you want to get them off your chest, but you don't necessarily want to bring them up face to face with your partner. Yeah, so you're ahead of me, because it will blow up into a bigger argument than it needs to. So that's what I've started doing recently. If I'm going down on my girlfriend, rather than writing out the alphabet with my tongue, I just spell out anything that's pissing me off about the relationship. And it's a great way to vent and get everything off your chest, because she's having a great time. She's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And I'm down there like, "Yeah, and another thing." Like, how can we never watch the TV I want to watch? It's like screaming silently into her vag. Like, "Stop hiding my keys, I can never find them." It works a treat, because afterwards she's like, "That was incredible, it went on for hours." I'm like, "Yeah, it's been a tough week." "You ate my last yogurt, that really pissed me off." Took me ages to write out Muller Corner Crunch. Very good. I realise it's the best if you write in a foreign language, because some of the letters have accents on top of them. It's like a little flourish in the key area. That's where you want to be focusing. That's why she likes Muller so much, because of the U. It's umlauted for her pleasure. Anyway, you guys have been great. I've been Jack Barry.